Good morning, everybody. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever it is in the world you're coming to us from. Welcome to DYOR Live. My name is Striking, otherwise known as Tom, here in the digital media world. So glad to be hosting another episode of DYOR Live. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy today for no other reason that this is a light week. We had Canada Day the other day. Tomorrow we have U.S. Independence Day. And this guy gets to celebrate both of them. That's what happens when you marry a Canadian. You're an American, you marry a Canadian, you get two holidays! Woo! All right, it's not that exciting. But anyway, we had a good Canada Day here. Going over to the U.S. Embassy tomorrow for their, not to the U.S. Embassy, U.S. Ambassador's house tomorrow for their United States 4th of July party. It's a nice networking event. Good time for all. So it's going to be a good time. And as always, this is the time where I would say welcome my co-host Pedro Garcia here. But Pedro, as I said, is running a little bit late today. He'll be with us in a few minutes. He's got real-world asset stuff to do, like taking care of his car. Good show for you today, though, ladies and gentlemen. Good show. Something a little bit different. As you know, I do the DYOR Now segments. Those are the short little pre-recorded segments I put out on news, happenings, the interviews we do, that type of stuff. I put a DYOR Now out yesterday about the group we had on yesterday, Devour, called Devour Devours. Get it? Anyway, and so I encourage you all to go watch that. But more importantly today, we've got some a little segment that from DYOR Now that I was gonna release, but I didn't write the script well, and it didn't work out that well. But I chopped it up a little bit, and we're gonna use it today for a little fun because Pedro's running a bit late. And of course, as always here, I'd like to talk about the good things in life. And the good things in life are our sponsors. And I want to remind everybody about our new association with BitFi. BitFi is an exchange based, I'm going to forget, in Singapore, right? Singapore, but their employees are all over the world. And they like to do business in the US and Canada, want to get the activations, they want to get the new account signups, want to get everything going here with that. Just realized I was in two spots on this thing. And so they're coming to groups like us to have an affiliate program and partnerships and all this type of stuff. But more importantly, they've given us a bonus money. Bonus money, that's right. If you sign up with BitFi here, using the link below, you can get up to $2,800 in USDT credited to your account for accomplishing various tasks, including depositing, trading, joining communities, all sorts of things. You got to do it. There's all kinds of bonuses for your first trade, for your first, like I said, first deposit, using their futures program instead of just regular spot market. There's a whole list of things that every day we'll talk a little bit about more and more. But if you want to support the show, we don't have a Patreon, we don't have like that. If you want a very favorable exchange that works with us here, helps us out, and contributes to the cause, just start an account. It's free. Their fees are very low. They've given us attractive fees for everyone who signs up with our referral codes. And as far as I can tell, the markets that they deal in, which is pretty much most tokens, the liquidity is pretty thick, and you get good fills on your prices. And I've been testing out. I deposited $1,000 in it, and currently I have more than $1,000 in my account because of trading BTC futures. And trust me, I'm not trading a lot, but Pedro has been teaching me a couple little things that I've been doing this with Pedro for 2 years, and every time he starts talking stuff, I go into show mode and ignore him. And I forgot I didn't learn anything from him. A little bit, but not enough. And so I've been going back and listening to him. And so I'm trying to trade properly instead of just throwing darts at the wall. But other good things today. Let's see. What are the things that I wanted to talk about? As usual, I expected Pedro to be on time here. Why I expect that, I don't know. But so while we're getting the show here, let's talk about who's up in the house. Crypto Mike in the house. I have changed everything here. Here we go. This should work. That's right. Oh, Canada, ladies and gentlemen, for Crypto Mike. Thank you for joining us. Troublesome Creek. I need something to use as a sound effect for you. You tell me what type of metal, like Quiet Riot or something. We have Derek has already taken our guitar riff. Oh, you know what? He's got the ka-ching. Maybe I'll give you a guitar riff. Chuck Jansen reminding us all how we got started here with NFT Moon.
You using the whole fist doc?
That's right, using the whole fist doc. I know I saw Space Cat in there somewhere. There he is. He woke up just in time for a chainsaw. Space. The final frontier. Thanks to all our diehards for showing up. Oh God, I can't let out Dara, the Irishman in Madrid. That was kind of a Scottish accent, wasn't it? and of course me. Striking says, welcome X viewers. Please comment and join the fun. Thank you to everyone that's joining us on X. We've got a crowd over there already. We've got Defi Dojo too. Let's bring that one up. Defi. Let's can't let this one go. Oh my gosh, I got a big crew here today. Defi Dojo, thanks for watching us at Defi Dojo. The whole Defi crew here today. This is how you do it. Got a big crowd and have one of your new sponsors on, so everything looks great. You Defi people when we have a really bad show on like Thursdays and no one's watching because don't watch. But we're small and growing, as they say. Hey, look, I even got the Defi logo circling down here too. I guess circling isn't the right word. Cycling is the right word. Dara says, no EU yet. Micah, a problem. Singapore regulator has their act together. Yes, Singapore does have their act together with this. The the Monetary Authority of Singapore. They do a good job. I know a guy that works there. And he's a... he might be a Brit. And he might be a Brit. And he does have his act together. I just paused there for a minute because I heard someone stirring in my ear. And if you notice, the screen came around over here. Pedro, I'll get to you in just a second here as soon as you get settled in here. But Dara, just so you know, our sponsor here, Audit Chain, you've heard me mention this, and for including you guys at BitFi, this is important. Even you guys in Singapore are going to have exposure to Europe, and you're going to have some projects that need to comply with MiCA. The Markets in Crypto Assets Act, or something like that. Pedro will correct me when he comes on here in a minute. But Audit Chain provides compliance with that, including machine-readable white papers, disclosures, all in the IXBRL or XBRL format, which is the machine-readable format. And it's very inexpensive to do it. You don't need to hire fleets of lawyers to do it. Circle just announced that they're the first stablecoin to comply with MiCA, and they went the expensive way. They joined a financial firm and used millions of dollars in lawyer fees to become compliant. They could have literally paid Audit Chain a few $1,000 and they would have done it for them. But anyway, that's besides the point. So you got everyone's going to have MiCA exposure here shortly, just like the SEC claims that they rule the world here in the U.S. Who else we got here? Who else do we have here? Ladies and gentlemen, host Pedro Garcia.
What's up, guys? How you guys doing? Sorry I'm late. I got to deal and enjoy, sarcastically, DMV, and I was just 2 people away, and they decided literally to start going backwards for like 5 people, and then they called the next guy. And then, like, 3 other people got to go ahead. They were literally going backwards. So it was one of those moments that I sat down and was like, are you joking me? Like, it was fun. It was fun. By the way, yo, that girl Booty, bro, is up in the... What do we have going on here, bro?
Oh, that's my lo-fi music that you can't hear right now. The lo-fi music puts the booty girl on everything.
No worries.
You can't really.
Sorry. I was like,
yeah. I mean, I can just click over and put things on X or the Canadian Warplane Heritage Museum, other tabs or something like that.
I was like, good Lord. I was like, distraction.
Yes, if you Google lo-fi on YouTube, those types of thumbnails are de rigueur, as they say. But once again, thank you to everyone watching on Twitch.
Absolutely.
Kick.
Thank you.
Today we're streaming on Twitch, on Kick, on X. The whole BidFi crew is watching us from X. Thank you very much for joining us.
Awesome.
Doria and Stella and whomever else that's watching from over there. Those are just the ones that commented. And obviously on YouTube as well today. We are not on LinkedIn
Definitely.
today, just out of choice and generally because of the topics when we talk about meme coins. But the topic of the day, Pedro, before we get into some stuff, is just a sweet one. It's just a sweet one because, as I told everybody, I've got a little twist in this, and it's how to make memes, specifically how to make $1 million meme coin. And it's striking here. It's going to give you, everyone, the alpha. Like you guys wanted the alpha, you're going to get it. How to make $1 million meme coin, and I'm going to tell you how. I'm going to tell you how, and then you will know exactly the steps to take in order to make a $100 million meme coin.
Let's go, dude.
Crypto Mike says Pedro-damus into hizzy. That's right,
What's
ladies
up,
and
Mike?
gentlemen.
Good to
Just is
see you,
getting those views.
I know. I was just like, dude, did you notice yesterday's views on X?
I didn't notice it on X yesterday. I noticed it on YouTube yesterday. We had a good following.
Dude, we had over I think about, excuse me, I'm saying 3,000. I think it was like 2,100
Wow.
of yesterday.
Wow,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, that's all I was like. I was just wondering. I was going to actually tell you this morning, but I was like, oh, shoot. Like, I forgot to mention it. Yeah, and that was yesterday. So I'm assuming people went back and watched some of it today. So I was like, hey, man.
Someone with DYOR that has a big following must have retweeted it or something. Kimchi, welcome to the show. Appreciate it. Pedro, I've got, as before you came on, I was explaining, I've got a little...
hard stop?
No, I do have a hard stop. I have a meeting at 2 o'clock today that I have to be in.
Right.
But I have a little something special for everyone today that I repurposed a DYOR Now episode I was making about meme coins, and I'm going to use it on the show here. But first, let's talk about that Bitcoin and what it's doing here.
Okay. There we go.
There I am.
All right, guys, just real quick. Also, we'll jump in here. So, ICP is still selling off.
ICP?
We did start to, yeah. We'll go into Bitcoin in just a second. But ICP, the internet computer program, or not
Internet computer.
Yeah, internet computer. It's an AI program or AI coin. It's selling off again. So I'm definitely looking. Like I said, there are a few areas that I was looking once it started. Like I said, this area right here is kind of that line in the sand. We came through, we tried to retest, and then we sold off here. We're starting to follow down here. So we're now coming into an area that I'm now definitely kind of bullish, right? Like I'm looking to start picking up ICP in this area here because it was previous highs. And on top of that, we're kind of in the area that I want to start buying as well. So for myself, I'm just letting you guys know that I'll be looking to be getting some ICP here. So just giving you a heads up, we're at a good enough area here that I feel like went from $20 now to $7, $6. So we probably could be coming down even further here, but I'm just giving everybody heads up. All right, let's check out Bitcoin here real quick. So Bitcoin is again doing what we've talked about. Like I said, we went up, we hit the 20 period moving average. We were looking like we were going to maybe find some support on this 8 period moving average. And I'm going to move this, take this off here real quick. This is the weekly, this was this right here. So we were coming up and we just basically came back up, touched it, and now we're selling off. Give me 1 second. We will remove these. Come on. All right. So now we're starting to sell off again. Like I said yesterday, we went up on Sunday and into yesterday. We put them probably the monthly zone right here. So how far is this going to go here now? Like I said yesterday, that this 200 period moving average is going to be a holding point, right? This is if we go below here and we start to sell off, then the next portion of that is this It's the monthly zone
Pedro,
right here.
tell us the price levels because it's hard to it's hard to see on the
Oh, I
screen.
apologize. Yeah. So price level here is going to be 58,656. Okay, that is the monthly 8 there. This is the point where this is what we've been bouncing off of. We've talked about this a couple of times where we're finding support on this. If we sell below this on the monthly and we start to get going, then on the weekly, there's nothing left until we get down into the 50s. And then on the daily, this is where this moving average is looking weak to me. And so for that price tag is 58,400. So you have your weekly and your monthly zone, your weekly and daily SMA sitting there in an area that's already been traded through. So now for myself, as I'm looking in these levels, if these get sold through with volume, then I'm expecting this to come down at least to the 50,000, right? And I think what we'll see is a lot of people selling off. We know that Michael Saylor, even though he's a perma bull,
He can't hold off forever.
Yeah, there's just no way. Like he bought the other week, right, as it was selling off, and it barely made a dent. I think he made a few hour dent, and then the institutions went through, absorbed those sell orders into buy orders, those buy orders that Saylor put in, they absorbed as sell orders for them. So they were able to put more of a short position in to go ahead and push the market down. And let alone, I'm pretty positive on their end. We can't see them, but I bet you they are short Bitcoin. I would be shocked if they weren't, because we can't see it because they have their own ecosystem going on right now. So with the ETFs, and this is what I talked about, we don't know the ramifications of the ETFs yet, on Bitcoin, because there's 3 avenues here now. You have your coin, you have the futures, and then on top of that, now you have the ETFs, right? And so it's just we've never been here. Finance has never really been here as well, and now they're creating swaps with this. So it's going to be really interesting to see as we continue to move forward with it. So there's certain things we can't see. So I'm expecting if we get below here, which we're already starting to see, volume is halfway through it. We're already seeing it starting to sell off, and it's midweek. So I expect to see us to continue down into the week. And how far will we go? At least I know we might get down to that 58,000 area right now. And then it all depends. Are we going to hold this line? If we do not hold this line, I'm pretty positive we're going to sell through the monthly 8, and then we'll sell off, come back up, and retest that on the monthly zone as well. This going down, boom. This month, it could sell off all the way down to 50,000 and then come back up next month and retest that 8. So we're going to see what's going to happen there.
All right.
Oh, I plan on it. I just wondering if
Mike's going to be signing up for BidFi. That's what he's talking about.
Oh, cool, bro. Nice.
Yeah, Mike, if you're watching on YouTube, the link is in the body. It's in the this new partnership, but I'll be happy to DM it to you as well.
Absolutely.
You know what? I'll just drop it in the Striking's Crypto Smackdown room.
Oh, that's interesting. It went from like 2,000 plus yesterday to 1495 today. So that's interesting.
And you know what? Last time I checked on it, it was 50. So I haven't looked at it in a while.
Oh, that's really interesting. Okay. Yeah. So these are some of these things that I am definitely looking at for Bitcoin. Ethereum as well as is starting to show some weakness again as we come down into these lower levels. And now Ethereum has the 200 period moving average sitting right in the same direction that actually, let me phrase this. It's not in the same direction. The 200-day period moving average is below the area. It's in the zone area that we talked about on BTC. So this BTC zone I'm looking at right here is the same zone that the 200 is on ETH. That's this right here, this zone right here. So I expect to see some ETH, a decent bounce on ETH, especially sitting right here that you have a flip zone. But this is key, is as I'm trading this, I want to see volume step in, right? So this is the 8-period moving average. We can see ETH come down to that 31.37 area easily, and then kind of play around with that 31.12, 30.36 area here for pricing, because it's just one of those things that it always wants to go to where typically there's going to be a high exchange of volume. So it's going to be a real interesting situation. Yeah, real interesting. Really interesting.
Super interesting. I got to tell you, I've been watching this market here. Pedro, before you came on, I was talking about BitFi and how that I made my first deposit of $1,000 into the account and started trading. But I was talking about how I was trading small amounts.
That we talked about last week.
Right.
And singles and doubles.
I've been talking about how we've been doing this show for a long time, but generally when you get into most of your alpha and stuff like that, I'm looking through my notes about the next segments of the show. And so I got to a period of like not listening to you in depth. I'm listening what's going on in the show and basic topics, but I'm missing out when you're talking about it on the show. And I'm like, our viewers have learned more than I have on this show from Pedro-damus. And so what I did is, we've had this new relationship with BitFi, and of course, might as well do this one while we're talking about them. Have this new relationship with BitFi, and I was like, well, I don't really know how to trade that well. Things are different than when I worked on the markets, 40 years ago.
We'll leave that one alone.
It wasn't 40, but it was a long time ago. That's close. I guess it was 39 years ago that I started, 38 years ago. And so I've been trading small things, but my $1,000 I deposited in there is actually more than $1,000 now. I'm actually up for the first time, and I'm trading their perpetuals. In the first time in my life that I can actually say that I've made positive trades on crypto futures, and just from listening to basically what you guys get at this show. I think it's a good combination. We've got a good exchange on our side, gives us good fees, and we've got Pedro-damus above my head in this little box here, which I've now made our show cyberpunk purple here. But before, oh my God, I've got Chuck Jansen says, "Go Tom."
Oh yeah, making that money. It was really interesting because Tom called me up and he was just like, "Hey, so I'm looking at this," and I said, "Listen, this is what you kind of want to look at." Because one of my biggest things, and I forgot to mention this to you, Tom, I'll do this on air. Don't you ever make a trade without writing down what your entry, your exit, and literally your stop, and the reason why you're getting in that trade. Okay?
Make fat stacks of cash? Is that a reason?
No. Meaning XYZ
Pedro,
reason. Whether
killing the room again.
I know, but it's so important.
You're right, though. You're right. You got to have a reason to do it. You don't just trade willy-nilly. That's how everyone loses their money. Invests in things called NFT Moon.
Yes. Well, I don't even mind that. As long as you sit there. I have a friend of mine right now that I'm teaching also kind of how to trade in a sense, right? Like, because I'm a huge proponent of everybody needs to learn kind of the basics, and then you can start playing around, right? And I think one of the things that, and I even told him about our stuff with Bifinex, right? And I said, if you sign up through us first, we appreciate it. And, we do get a small little cut, not a lot.
BitFi.
But, yeah, BitFi gives us up just a little.
And, what the hell happened there?
And one of the things I think is like super important though, when I say this, right, is I want you trading a lot, meaning I want you trading for a long time, not a lot. Meaning, if you take, like, let's say 30 or 40 trades in one day, but you end up at zero and you're only there for 2 or 3 days, that's not good.
Right.
Right. But let's say you take 400 trades in a year and you've made 20% on your portfolio or 30% on your portfolio.
Hello, it's crypto, man. We're talking 10x, 100x.
You potentially could, but I'm not going to promise anything. I think
Who
in
wants to
crypto,
turn $1,000 into $1,200? Anyone?
1300. Listen, over a long period of time, what the point of this is that I want you guys with the ability to be able to keep trading throughout your 3, 4, 5, 6 years and walking out, pulling money out. That's the point.
Yes.
Is I show you this so that you can sit there and go, hey, like Chuck, one of the things I tell Chuck, right? Or not Chuck and personally, but I use that Chuck, Doc. I'm like, Doc, you want to keep your patients healthy, right? You keep your patients healthy so that they can keep coming back and say, I got a good doctor, he takes care of me, and and I want to stick with them, right? Versus if they're always sick with you and you're like, here, try this, and then they get sick and you're like, yeah, whatever, he'll be back for the next couple of weeks, but he might pass. But I'll make a big chunk of money off of that next couple of weeks though, him coming in, right? That's silly. You're right. The goal is to make sure every single year you go through and you make X amount of money, you're able to pull out X amount of money by some of the principles that I'm teaching you within trading. And then you see me go over stuff here. Yeah, sorry, I know that was just a lot.
So I'm doing a little social media right now while you rant there.
Yeah. I think one of the things also is like, I don't know if you guys have made money from me, and if you have, let me know, send me up. You guys know I'm in the striking, or not striking, the DYOR Telegram. Go in there and let me know if you guys made cash, off some of the stuff that I've said, or at least saved money. But as the market was selling off, you're like, Pedro's called us enough times where, I'm gonna pull a little of my money out and see if I can buy in later, or however you want to do it.
Yep. All right, I'm gonna switch directions of the show here real quick to get into the fun stuff that I've been telling you guys about coming up today. One of the things that I like to do here is we talk about in the DYO world here. We talk about teaching by entertaining.
Yep.
We educate and entertain, and it's morphed into like on Full Rant Fridays, it's a complain and entertain.
No, it's what is it? Educatain, or what do we call it?
Edutainment.
Edutainment. There you go. That's
yes.
Edutainment.
And so I've always been thinking about if I had a production staff here. Good fight. If I had a production staff, I would have people be able to help me write things and all that. And I've got all these scripts in my head about things like that. And I would always love to have a fun segment. This is a talk show. This is not just an alpha show or straight charting show.
Yep.
We do all kinds of things here.
News.
Right. And
talk about current events.
Right. And that's the point here, to break it up and have a little fun and make you want to tune in every day. Not just to learn a little bit alpha, but to be entertained and get the news highlights of the day. We can all get the news highlights of the day on our computer, but why do they matter to the things that we deal with, our viewers understand and all that? And so I do that other show called DYOR Now. I put together an episode, wrote a script. I filmed it badly, and I'm good. I cut a bunch of part out of it, and I'm gonna run the part now as kind of like a skit today, because the theme of the show is how to make a $100 million meme coin, right? Let's see. Let me bring that back up. Oh no! Oh shit! Oh wait! Oh wait! That didn't work. This one. How to make memes? How to make a $100 million meme coin? And of course, you guys all want to know this, right? Right. And so, take 5 minutes here, sit back, and be entertained by my little DYOR Now segment. I think you'll really enjoy it. Brain. What now? How do I make a $100 million meme coin? That's easy, you moron. Become a hugely successful celebrity. How do I do that? Can you sing? No. Have a hot body you can sell on OnlyFans? No. Have 7 million followers on X? 884? Well, you're fucked. Iggy Azalea's story is a classic one. grew up in a house made of mud in Australia. That's right, literally, her dad made this house out of mud bricks. At age 16, left for the United States. Never went home, saw the land of opportunity, said, that's it, not going to the other bottom half of the planet. So what does every young white woman do to make it big? Rap videos. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, rap videos. YouTube videos and a mixtape that blasted off called Ignorant Art. It worked. The next thing you know, she is in and on tour with Beyonce. Everything's taken off for her. She actually succeeded as a white female rapper. Many awards. She released a couple more albums, then did what everyone thought was the next step in a career. An OnlyFans account. That's right. She made a fortune. Rumor has it that she cleared $50 million from her OnlyFans account. Lots of fans. She first got to Twitter in 2010. She's a self-described shit-posting degen. Yeah, that's right. One that amassed 7 million followers. She has done very well for herself, and congrats, I say to that. What does every crypto project really need, but few have? A massive community. So what does a massively famous singer and leading OnlyFans performer with 7 million Twitter followers, what does that mean? That's right. It's the perfect storm for a massively engaged crypto community. So the famous celebrity token rugger, Sahil, sorry if I got that name wrong, targeted Iggy and announced a pre-sale of a token based on Iggy. He's going to steal her name and use it for his token. Not to be outdone, Iggy quickly launched her own coin called Mother. People assumed that this was just another celeb that didn't know anything about crypto, and boy, were they wrong. On the initial X Spaces for Mother, sure enough, there was Iggy in person and speaking authoritatively about the subject and the project. And lo and behold, she knows all about crypto. BTC, ETH, blockchain, how liquidity pools work, launching a token, and so on. Although she is famously blaming Vitalik for Ethereum gas issues and insinuating that he was keeping the gas. Well, it is possible Vitalik is an ETH validator, but this shows that crypto is new, and even those involved don't particularly know how everything works. It is complicated. If you're a degen for ages on Twitter, or X, there's just no way you don't learn about crypto, is the story she told. Being on Twitter since 2010, you're going to learn about crypto. So the crypto launches and does the expected. Moon. A great launch, a retracement, but well above the launch price. A couple days of consolidation. Then the march started. 10 million, 20 million, 200 million. That's right. That's right. As of this recording today, the market cap is right about 170 million, and the 24-hour volume is running at $50 million. That's simply amazing. Simply amazing. In the Mother Telegram room, the calls for $1 billion in market cap are already being made, and being heard, and being worked on. So if you want to know the easy way to make millions in crypto, Striking has some simple advice for you. Be a hugely successful singer, preferably an award-winning one. Have a massive multi-million-dollar OnlyFans account. Have 7 million X followers. Then you launch your coin and you pump it. Simple.
Dude. Dude, those are easy things, bro. Everybody can do that.
Unfortunately, I didn't have Pedro's monitor turned on for the beginning of that, so he missed the brain segment. It was funny. You know what? I'm going to replay the brain segment just for Pedro here because it's fabulous. All right, stand by with me while I just hit that one segment for him.
Stand by.
Brain! What now? How do I make a $100 million meme coin? That's easy, you moron. Become a hugely successful celebrity. How do I do that? Can you sing? No. Have a hot body you can sell on OnlyFans? No. Have 7 million followers on X? 884? Well, you're fucked.
Oh man, it's good.
So that's, ladies and gentlemen, how you make $100 million meme coin. First, you become a huge celebrity, because that's easy, right? Then you have a massively profitable OnlyFans account. Get 7 million followers on X. Then you have a built-in community. But the point is that I make a parody of this, or satire, or a little fun for it. But that's actually the truth on how you make a meme coin. You make a meme coin by building a community. Very few meme coins have launched, or I should say mooned, without a community. In fact, I can't think of any.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, literally.
So they have to have a community to pump it, to word of mouth, to get excited about it, to be talking about it all the time. And you do that in a number of ways. There's my way of doing it, which is Iggy Azalea's way of doing it. Become a huge celebrity. I'm currently 6,999,000 X viewers or followers short. So I've got a little bit. My OnlyFans account has 0 subscribers. Chuck, no subscribing to that. And I can't sing yet. I'm taking some lessons. Still not working. But anyway, I digress. The point is that you you launch, and there's a bunch of meme coins starting today, including one that I wanted to bring up right now. The guys from Stag, who you see on this show a lot in Dragon Ball Z, are launching a token called MAGA for Trump. MAGA for Trump. I told them to bomb the show here. Bomb the comments here, but I don't know why there's so many people. Zach Humphreys and I complained about this too. Or complains about this too. Is that you tell people, come get free coverage here. I know our audience isn't that a lot. We only get 200 people or so listening to this thing. But still, they're going to have a launch today. They're going to go public with their coin. Not public, but release it. No, I'm not getting anything from them for saying that. If I would have told you. But I plan on, it's a fair launch. No team tokens, no nothing. It's on Operation Phoenix's Infinity Swap. And so all is going to be good with that. They're going to go around 5 o'clock. So I'll drop the link to the Trump TG in the group here. Chuck, I have to imagine that you are in that group, right? There's no way Trump is not in that group. Oh, he says he's trying to rally the troops right now.
Yeah. Yes, he is. Rally. But, what's interesting is, and even I almost want to put a serious note to that. One of the things I really notice, and I actually love this, is if you work really, really hard on Twitter, you go into spaces, you connect with people, right? I saw AI Wolf right now, Alpha Wolf, right? Yep. Dude, I think when I first met him, I think he only had like 3,000 or 4,000 followers, right? Dude, within a few weeks, he built that up to 30,000 followers.
Yeah, when he got hacked, he had 57,000.
57,000 followers, man. And the thing is you can do it. Like, if you're willing to put the grind out there, connect with people, and really just go in at it, you can build it really. You can build a community. You can build a following. You've got to work it like it's a job. Like he said, I'm working this like a job. He literally put in 8 to 10 hours a day, every single day. And dude, it was self-evident. Like I sat there. Dude, you even said the hardest working man literally in crypto when we saw him, because literally this guy would grind. What's up, Shireen?
Plain Jane in the house. Shireen. She's here because Chuck put out the word for people from MAGA for Trump to show up. What's the is there a released name for it yet? A token or anything? Is a contract address or the what's it called?
What are you guys on?
The symbol yet? No, it's not. It's gonna launch at 5 o'clock, and it's a fair launch, so I'm guessing there's no information. It's been released to anyone except the usual 100 insiders.
You know what? You know what's funny is
Mega or MAGA?
Mega or MAGA?
I think it's MAGA, not Mega. Here we go.
Yeah.
MAGA for Trump.
I thought it was make everything great again for Trump.
Make everything great again. Oh, that's what MAGA stands for. There's so many good memes for that. I gotta tell you, here in Canada, sorry about that, Pedro. Here in Canada, if you wear just a bright red hat like that, it could say Nike on it, or St. Louis Cardinals. People see the bright red hat and they absolutely freak out. Trumper! Ah! I'm like, dude, Trump's not even running for prime minister here. If he was, he would have won.
Bro. Dude, my trading coach literally hates Trudeau, dude. He hates him. I always joke around. I go, bro, your boy's doing really well right now in the polls, man. He's climbing up. Him going over to those barbecues, hanging out with everybody, pushing his security, pushing everybody around.
He sold the country out to the Chinese. He takes $200,000 for them a year in donations to his family foundation. There's a whole scandal in that going on right now. The country is just done with him. They're just done.
Really?
Yep.
I'm shocked that they're finally mad when he's been doing this for almost, what was it, 10 years now? Or 8 years, and they're finally mad? What?
Oh, they've been mad for a while, but after the last election, he actually did worse. But because they actually have a functioning 3-party system here, not 2, the third party acts as the spoiler and can partner with the loser to get a majority. And so the NDP partied with the Liberals, and they have a few more votes than the Conservatives do. So.
Oh, shut up! So all of a sudden they put Trudeau back in. Yeah. So he actually did not get voted. He
only won 30% of the vote. Yeah, but you can be a leader if 7 out of 10 people vote for someone else. But just think of that in the U.S. Let's think about that in the U.S. If there was a functioning third party, who it's the Republicans normally got 40% of the vote, the Democrats normally got 40% of the vote, and Tom's party got 20% of the vote.
Okay.
And the Republicans won. They got 41%. The Democrats got their 39%, and and I got my 20%. So I'm like, oh, Tom's in last place. He sucks. Only 20% of the vote. But I can go over to the Democrats and say, hey, you guys are the losers. But for all the money and all the pork projects that I want, and for good positions and committees for me and my people, we will side with you guys and form a coalition government.
Shut up.
And be a majority over the Republicans. And so a functioning 3-party system, like in Italy has I don't know how many of you follow Italian politics, but Italy has about 60 million people. They have at least 28 million people elected to office. It's and there's 30 million parties too. So there's a coalition government forms each time, and they have 5 parties have to join together to form a government. And so the politics and horse trading are amazing there. But imagine if that was like that in the U.S., where that
wouldn't fly, dude.
It would. It would if we let a third party gather the votes, because then it wouldn't take the presidency. You can't do that. You can't take elected offices, but you can take control of the Congress and the Senate by having your parties vote together. You can take control.
Got it.
You can set the rules and who has committee sponsorships. So the Republicans may have gotten 51% of the vote in the House of Representatives.
But the Senate.
Or 49%. But the other two combined will have 51, and they were both less. And so everyone's like, oh, the Republicans got the most. But the other two parties can join together and rule the Rules Committee, the Banking Committee, the Finance Committee, and all the committees like that. All right, I've gone on long enough about that. Can we sell him or trade him to you guys like we did Bieber?
Yo,
you know what? Listen, you guys got such a deal on that. The Canadians said, all right, we got the initial good stuff with Bieber when he was young and doing well. And then when he got tattooed up and turned into a jerk, they sent him to the U.S. and said, "There you go, he's all yours, buddy."
Dude, he fit right in though.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, here's the thing. I actually like a few of his songs, legit. And we're talking, dude,
This is
the
the
one that
topic
"Go
that
Love
needs to
Yourself,"
go on.
dude. I know, but the "Go Love Yourself," dude, that is like an epic song, dude. Like dude,
I think "Go
remember-
Love Yourself" means take a shower by yourself and think of your 8th grade crush. You right?
No, dude. Have you heard it? You know what I'm talking about, right?
I'm sure I've heard it. I have to listen to these things in the
It's
car.
basically it was basically about his ex-girlfriend that was very self-centered, and his mom didn't like her and tried to tell him, and he was like, "No, I like her because she's got a nice booty," and she was so into herself.
Like the one next to
and
me
then-
here.
Oof.
Just so everyone knows, that's my
Bruh.
lo-fi music thumbnail here. That's not Mrs. Striking or anything else, and it blends with the color scheme here. So trying different things. I put Iggy Azalea on the thumbnail. Put some booty over here to signify the OnlyFans. Show your booty. That's how you make a meme coin. Not the normal DYOR Media stuff, but got to feed the algorithm, right? Huddle's in the house. Stag Chad.
Oh,
Stag Chad's in the
snaps.
house. Watch out for MAGA for Trump launching soon. Fair launch around 5 o'clock today. Chuck, if you could you drop the link to the MAGA for Trump TG room in the Striking's digital Striking Crypto Smackdown TG room, so viewers can pop over there, join the fair launch, and it's on Infinity Swap. Infinity Swap is a DEX set up by Operation Phoenix that doesn't allow bots. There's no sniping the trades and all that kind of stuff, and so it's actually a fair launch. And they have I think they're doing a 1% max wallet at first. That doesn't stop people from using multiple wallets, but by the time you get 2 or 3 trades in, the price has gone up a lot. So it's going to be a fight to see who gets those first coins that turns 100x in 5 seconds. But right now, I think they've only got 100 people or so in the TG room, so it's not like one of these things because they have a massive thing where there's 1,000 people trying to buy at the same time. It's going to be a bunch of people buying it, and the goal is for everyone to get the word out about it. Get the word out and spread it. I mean, I understand there's a million Trump, MAGA, Biden, foreign.
I was gonna say, what's the difference? What's the difference? Like,
they're just all meme coins, and I told people how to make a meme coin today. Just get
That's
your
true,
OnlyFans
that's true.
account, all that type of stuff.
you need to put something like Senile Joe, or like
Senile
like
Joe.
to get someone to. I think that would be that might blow.
I'm
You know what I'm
willing to
saying?
bet if I went to Coin or Gecko Terminal right now and checked, there would be a Sleepy Joe. Joking.
But not a Senile Joe. Mm.
I've-
Dude,
I've-
I was so shocked. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say I was so shocked to see how quickly the Democrats threw him under the bus.
Oh man,
I mean,
it's just
dude,
here you
it
go.
was,
Whoop.
dude, it was like I was like, because the next morning, remember, he came out and he did that rally, and he was just like, I was like, oh man, it's like a different person, And then they were just like, nah, dude, whatever this compared to last night is, bro, this inconsistency, we're done. Like, we can't even play. And dude, it was like, I feel so bad for him because I mean, and I heard one comment, dude. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I was absolutely blown away, and that dude, that right there, there you go. Unless they bring somebody in, and the part that scares me is this, man. Look, whether you're pro-Trump or you're against Trump, I don't care. But what scares me is that he's coming into a world that is on the fringe of World War III, and I hope he's able to be very political. He needs to. I hope. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't come in like he did last time, where he was pushing people around and trying to strong arm people during these geopolitical meetings with leaders. It's a different world now, and I am petrified, bro. Like
This, what scares me about this chart over here? Colorado. Colorado is full of these knuckleheads from California that moved over here, over there, and they got all liberal and crazy and stuff like that, and they moved into Denver and like, oh, we want to make it like California, and all the other people that were living there moved out into the sticks because they're like, we can't handle these guys. Same thing's happening in Texas. Thankfully, Texas is a much larger population, but that little bastion of Austin, I think Texas might encircle it and kick it out of Texas. Say it's going to be like, like in Europe, Russia actually has a little enclave there between like Estonia and Poland. There's actually a piece of Russia there. I think there's going to be a little piece of Texas or a little piece of California in the middle of Texas soon. Every time they vote Austin, and their population's exploding, so they're getting more important. There a couple of House seats are starting to turn over there, and the Texans are like, you guys better not touch them guns, boys. We're going to send you back to California.
Well, here's the thing that's so interesting. So, I guess there's some major storm coming in, and
there's a hurricane down, just whipped through Grenada, and coming across the south of the Caribbean.
Yeah, it's
going to turn
crazy.
up here.
Yeah, and it's going to be really interesting to see if California's, because I don't think you don't really have those type of storms, and you don't have I'm trying to think. When was the last time they had a Category 5 on the West Coast?
Oh, I don't know, but it would be really difficult. I mean, they had the big went through Southern California, I don't know, 2 years ago, but it wasn't a 5. It was like a drenching long-term 3, and it just screwed everything up.
And it wasn't. And when I say this, because when you look literally at Texas, bro, they get storms at least once a year, and bro, it's full on like nuts. Like and then on top of it, you're dealing with tornadoes, you're dealing with flash floods, you're dealing with like craziness, and so a lot of those California, even though you're in those cities, dude, and this is at least once a year. Like, so it's gonna be really interesting to see if they sit there and go, okay, this is our new home, right? And then the blistering heat after that comes with those things, dude, it's ridiculous.
Chuck says, I have a vacation plan for Jamaica. Probably get wiped out. Not by this storm, but the next one that's following it. It's hurricane season. It's coming up.
Yeah.
It's starting, really it starts in August, really, but they start coming out. They form off Equatorial Guinea, off the west coast of the Sahara Desert. All that hot air rises up over there. Starts everything is spinning around and stuff, and then it comes a whooping in across the U.S. or across the Atlantic.
Whooping.
Rides into town and gives everyone the old number 6.
That's real.
That's a line from the movie Blazing Saddles. If you have not seen that movie, which is highly inappropriate nowadays.
Oh yeah, I did.
But
90%, bro. 90% of those 80 movies.
I know. It's inappropriate with racist stereotypes, cultural and religious stereotypes and all that. But the people that wrote it were those stereotypes. And so they can get away with it. And it's really funny. It's...
Dude.
I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. It's the algorithm. Algorithm will shut us down so fast you can't even say, oh, shit.
That's so funny. Honey, it's
so cheap. Fun fact, Chuck, fun fact. I went to the Caribbean in October. Went down to St. Thomas with the ex-wife. This might have been even for one of the couple honeymoons that I've had. And it was dirt cheap. And I used miles. I used airline miles and hotel miles. I didn't pay for anything. I'm like, wow, these are great deals. Great deals. And then I'm like, oh, it's hurricane season. Ooh. Well, I'm like, well, they're free. And if I cancel, the money, the miles would go back in my account. So I'm like, what do you got to risk? And it was gorgeous. A whole week, every day. It was 80 degrees and sunny. It was just that light breeze off the water that you're just like, why do people live anywhere else? It was perfect. Yeah. And there was nobody at the hotel. There was nobody. There was like a couple other people. And there was about half the staff. The bar was like awesome. It was actually a relaxing vacation. It was not one of those times that when you come home from vacation that you need a vacation. It was one of those times. and to the point where they knew it'd be slow. This was the best part. They were resetting the bar, and they brought in new employees to train them in bartending and higher end. That was the higher end bar, not the pool bar. And so they always needed people to taste drinks, try the wines and stuff like that. So I'm like this every day at noon. I'm like, "How you doing? American here. Ready for my free shit." And so they literally fed me booze. I'd be like hammered by like 4 o'clock for free because they'd be how about this drink? Oh no, you know what? I might have to have a second one to really taste that one. You know. this Bordeaux. No, it's no good. Let's try the. This is the Cabernet Merlot mix. Let's try the Merlot Cabernet mix. Sir, it's the same thing. Nice. Yeah, bring it on. Check says research and development. Troublesome. Where are all the wow? Yeah, right. We're not even gonna. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Troublesome.
Why is he trying to get us in trouble? Troublesome.
Troublesome.
Now I know where I get your name at. No, man, I think it's really interesting to see what's actually happening right now in the state of crypto with memes. It was funny because I was talking to one of the guys who I love this guy's channel. Absolutely amazing. He runs a very small niche, but what he does is he does a deep analysis of projects, and he looks at utility, and he goes, as I was talking to him, because he does a deep TA, because I've taught him a lot about TA, and then additionally to that, he does some fundamental analysis on crypto big time. I think his group's only like 70 or 80. It's closed. And I told him, dude, you need to open it up because the content that you give is amazing. But he goes, dude, I barely can push like one out a week because there's really nothing out there except for meme coins. And I said, bro, you got to trade this market. Like, do I sit out when the market isn't moving? Or yes, I do. But what I'm saying is, do I trade a market? You know, it's like if the S&P 500 isn't moving that day, I go to gold, or I go to like, you know, if gold isn't moving, then I go to, you know, commodities. You know, is wheat moving? Is soybeans moving? Right? Then if that's not moving, right, then I go to crude oil. Right, I have a lot of products to trade, and I go, it's the same thing when it comes to crypto, man. Right now, meme coins are popping like it's hot, dude. And I said, man, you gotta chase it like a pit bull, bro, that's chasing after a meat truck, bro. Like you got to be able to smell the differences and be able to do an awesome, dope analysis on meme coins. So that means you need to learn meme coin really well, and then you can give an analysis on it, saying this is the reason why. He goes, yeah, I guess you're right. And so I said, dude, I'm telling you, you need to do that. And that's what we're doing here. Oh, yeah. Bringing you that big alpha. Big.
Right. Speaking of big alpha, Pedro and I, we have a hard stop here in about 20 minutes. As you know, we can go all day with this because we enjoy it. But before we get going, asking you guys about any charts you want us to look at or anything like that. Just an upcoming schedule. We're not going to be around much. We're going to try it. Obviously, tomorrow's 4th of July. We'll be off. Maybe I'll have some fun posts come up in the room or something like that. But Friday, we'll try to rant. We'll try to do a full rant Friday. Seem to be having fun. I'm let's see, what am I doing Friday? Pedro, I got to get that new account set up. I'll do that after the show, and then we can.
Yes.
I forgot
Dude,
about that.
Get that done today.
And
today.
And then I can let's see. And then Saturday and Sunday will be off. Be a holiday weekend. Monday I'm gonna be. Sunday is my birthday. It's the Striking's birthday. I'm gonna be 612 years old. But Monday, depending on if my mom has a golf game set up for me or not, which I'll know like on Saturday, we'll be back on the air. But I'll be in Florida, coming to you from the Florida location, so I will not have the awesome studio. We'll have the semi-awesome studio, but we'll be back at it, giving you the alpha and plugging, of course, BitFi.
Awesome. one of the things I also want to bring up real quick, and this is a side weird news, dude. Did you know the SEC sued consents or sued MetaMask
Yeah,
for being an unregistered security broker?
for their swaps and their staking. They made a mistake. They started that. They were just contracting it out using someone else's API, so they weren't doing it. Then they brought it in house, and then they were doing their own swaps and their own staking. And the SEC said, but they settled though, right? They just settled.
Yeah, I sat there, man. I couldn't believe what was it? And now I'm forgetting the number. What was the settlement of Trust Wallet? It was something crazy. Wallet with the SEC. That is not what I read. No way. The Security Exchange Commission charged Shapeshift AG, a Swift company that previously opened Colorado.
Cholera? They bring cholera?
No, Colorado.
Oh, Colorado. It's like in cholera.
Yeah, but this isn't correct. I don't think this. Unfortunately, I couldn't find the SEC information on Trust Water settlement with the SEC. If you have any other questions, come on, man. Dude, I gotta admit, like, Perplexity is so much better. I mean, I just feel like it's just so much better than Copilot.
Oh, I haven't used Perplexity yet.
Bro, I am telling you, you need to. It is light. It's just
light
better.
Years away or better.
It's better.
I've been using Grok lately on X, and I like that.
And Grok is killing it too. You would think with that amount of money that they would actually create something that's just popping. But I think what it is now that Microsoft's in it, like, they have to follow all these rules and all this other BS. So it's like it's almost lost its ability to actually be able to be effective. You know?
And I wouldn't be good here for the 4th of July here without doing what Crypto Mike has made. One of the projects that he was in a while ago, military finance, which has not done so well in the past 2 years. But anyway, they're still around at some sort of another. And they come up with good graphics and all that. Here we have the soldier saluting the flag and all that kind of stuff. Thanks, Mike, for supplying that to us. July 4th is the day that the United States declared independence from that evil country of Great Britain, the United Kingdom. Yes, they're so evil that now we're best friends.
Literally, like we're cousins.
All right, we just had enough of the king. The king was too much. Just taxing us, taking all our money, making us get these official stamps for everything and paying for it. Which I might add, the Brits still use. Oh, you gotta get things stamped, and they taught the Indians how to do that. And India is known for its massive government bureaucracy. And guess where they got that from? That's right, ladies and gentlemen, country of the United Kingdom. And you still go to India, and India's influence, this is why I'm bitching about this, went down to the Middle East. And the primary the accountants, business people, trade people, and currencies in all of the UAE, Oman, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, and stuff like that for years was the Indian rupee. And so were the commercial papers and said, everything you do, you got to put a effing stamp on. Stamp. Invoice, it's got to have we can't pay this invoice. Why? It doesn't have a stamp on it. Well, what does the stamp have to do with it? It's not even like the government one you had to pay for. It's just an ink stamp. Like, well, it's not official without a stamp. Like, well, I just want to email it to you. I'm not going to print it, stamp it, scan it. Well, you got to do that. Anyway, I complained. We kicked him out. Out. Get out.
Get out. But we have our stupid bureaucracy stuff here as well. I mean, called DMV, bro. Ugh.
Pedro had the DMV experience today. Claim your rewards now. Sign up for BidFi. Stella's still watching. She's still watching here. And so I know. So
Stella!
my claim your rewards now on BitFi is going over well. I hope BitFi people clip some of this out in social media. That's what I hope they do.
Now, I listen, I hope you knew what I was talking about when I was talking about Stella.
I was talking about the Windows commercials.
No, bro. There is a movie, I think it's called Streetcar Named Desire.
Oh, yeah, the old movie. That's what it's from.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I always think about, Stella.
Stella knows the movie. I'm sure she's heard this before.
Yeah. Oh, I know. I apologize. But that's going to be your her little what do we call these? Like, not acronyms. Soundonyms? Or
pseudonym.
No, not
Stella's already a pseudonym for her, trust me.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about it because we give them sounds, right? Like Mike's is like their intro, right?
I know what you mean, yeah.
Pseudonyms? I'm trying to think of not pseudonyms. I don't know what a pseudonym is. I'm trying to create a new word here so that we can become, because as you guys come on, and you become a regular, right? We give everybody a little bit of, we give you a little sound, right? Like when Drano comes in, it's like LeBron James. Dude, we have something for Troublesome, right?
No, we got to get one. He's a musician, so we're gonna have to come up with a wow. Actually, Troublesome, let us know what instruments you play. Then we'll figure something out. So it'll come to us. The trouble is, I have to run them through my licensing group to make sure I can use them. Otherwise, they get copyrighted.
Dude, did we ever get something for Lawton? Do we get anything for him?
What we need is a nice Irish jig.
Dude, we can do, dude, every time I see that, dude, that commercial, I think it's with Geico, it shows them like tap dancing on the, I don't know if it's not Geico. Shoot, I forget who it is. But I always think of that. Every time I think of Irish dancing now, it's always that.
Oh, you're absolutely right, Troublesome. I'll see if I can get a short version if it goes to 11. Something from Spinal Tap. But if I ask, they go to 11. And the guy's like, but what's the difference? It's just the volume. There's off and all the way on. How much power it has makes a difference. But no, theirs go to 10. Ours go to 11. One of the best scenes in all movie. Pedro, let's do this. Let's do this.
Sir.
I'm looking at the BTC chart here. Actually, I'm looking at the futures chart on BitFi.
Yes, sir.
What
time frame?
I'm looking at I just happen to have the 1 minute up. But what I want to do is know if there is a lesson to be learned about what's going on with the chart right now. Just simple ones, for our viewers. And if there's something obvious to put in, like a small trade here, so I can show people how easy it is to do small trades on BitFi.
So you want me to look at
just look at the
trading view?
Yeah, look at whatever chart you want. I've got the chart up here. I'll turn it off depending on what chart you have on.
I'm gonna have to create a whole entire thing also with Bitfinex.
BitFi.
Bitfi. I don't know why I keep popping my head Bitfinex. BitFi. Right. Okay. Well, the key is what you want to see. We want to see some type of trending. Which direction is it going to go, right? So one of the things we want to see is, are we having higher highs, higher lows, lower highs, lower lows? And one of the things I also look is I'm looking to see what direction it's wanting to go, right? So we always talk about which direction are we seeing buyer wicks and seller wicks. And so that's one of the things I'm always looking at. And the other part I'm always looking at to see is, do we have a trending type of SMA, right? Is there something that is really, whether you use a Bollinger Band where you use the 20 on it, right? Are we below it? If you use whatever, find a type of trending mechanism that you use that would tell you which way it's where you think it wants to go. And then what you want to do is you want to wait for some type of pullback. So you look at the primary trend. So obviously today on the 1 minute, right, we're seeing that the trend is moving down. Okay, so you can see that because we have higher or lower high, higher low, but then now we have a lower low. So we have lower high, and now we're lower low. So I would wait for some type of pullback at this level, we see it kind of come back up, right? Now this is the 1 minute, so
Right.
I hate using the 1
Right,
minute.
that's a tough one to watch, that 1 minute chart.
Yeah.
I mean, it's easy to watch, but it's tough to,
trade.
It plays with your emotions too much. You're like, oh my god, it's tanking, and then on the 5 minute chart, it doesn't even show up.
Yeah, it's just like a normal 5 minute candle. Quit playing games with my heart.
What time frame
All right,
you got up there now? 5 minutes?
Nah, this is the 1 minute. You said the 1 minute, so.
Oh, you can move. You can move to
right.
the other charts here and let us know what you see.
All right, so I would sit there and say,
This
look,
is the
for
1 minute
me,
ADHD special.
you can see here, like, already, right? Like, we're starting to see that 8 kick in. And so I'm sitting there looking at it going, okay, cool. I'm starting to see it now push through, and you can see it's starting to trend. When price came and hit it, right? We closed below, we came up, and now we're starting to go down, right? And so, how far is it going to go? Most likely down to this level of the 60,274 area, right? And the reason why I go so specific, because the smaller you go, the specificer you need to specificer. It's not even a word. The more
nice.
specific.
I like it. It was a good one there.
Right. The more specific you need to be in relationship to your entries. Okay, so that's why it's really important. So most likely you're going to expect it to come down to here, right? And so what I want to do is I want to make sure that when I trade, I want to have a very small entry.
Right. I don't want you, like you said earlier, I don't want you to get too deep in the weeds on what you do.
That's in a nutshell.
No, but but tell us, is there a spot here with our sponsor logo below us here in which we could make a trade on BidFi and show people how to use it without losing our shirts?
Yeah, actually, right now would actually be you want to wait for a pullback.
No, the right now and wait is not the congruous stuff.
So right now, no, not right now. You would want to wait until you have a pullback into the 8 because you can see it's starting to trend off that 8.
You needed to go pull back, meaning come down a little further.
Go up a little bit further.
Pullback. When I say pullback, or when you say pullback, and I'm sure the audience thinks pullback means down.
Well, we're shorting. No, we're shorting because the market is down today.
See?
So you're not
context. Right. I got you.
Yeah. So you're not going to sit there and try to go against the trend. Right now, now, granted, the trend might be changing where we have higher, lower low, then a higher low and a higher low and a higher low. But we're coming up to kind of see the 200 period moving average sitting right here, right? This could be playing off of this. And so now that the fact that we crossed this, right, we'll probably see it come back down to this area. So I want to see it come up to the 8, which is sitting at.
You want the price to come up to the 8 period moving average. And
yeah,
you're on roughly the 5 minute chart or 15 minute.
Yeah, it's the 5 minute. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, and what we're looking to do is catch it from here to here. Okay, so we're looking to catch it from 60,588 or 8. Yeah, and so this is where our stop's going to be, right in this level here, and we want to. Our entry where we want to play is right here. So our entry is going to be right here when it pulls back at that 8. Okay, so what is that? So boom, so our entry will be here. Our stop is going to be roughly around this area here. Because we're trying to capture, right?
Right.
This is where you're going to want to play. So right here, our stop will probably be about right here. And then our take profit is going to be, again, this is just going to be a quickie here, right? We're not looking for anything. Come on. Z. And so our take profit's going to be around right here. So I would say maybe down to this level here instead of. So this is where I'm looking into this level, and this would be our take profit, and this is going to be about a 3-to-1 here. So we're looking to make between about $300 here, $250-ish, and our stop is 80 points. Yeah, so that's about a 3-to-1, which isn't that bad. And so what you're looking to do is, like I said, I want to see a pullback. Now, this is if it pulls back. right? Because if I get in right here, it increases my stop. And then all of a sudden, if I get in right here, right now, it could push even further down because we didn't put in a higher low here, but I'm waiting to capture this lower low here, right?
Gotcha.
So I want to get a pullback where they've exhausted, right? Like, and the reason why I use this right here, this pullback, is this 8's going to continue going down. So I want to capture a pullback to here so that I can get the rundown. There it pushes down. So we can go to the 1 minute here. And you can see it's already starting to trend off that 8 there. And so I would expect some type of pullback into this level here. Right? Because they have stops right there, stops right here. And in particular, there's stops right here that people got in. And so I'd want them to come back, pull back, and then as we're coming back down is where I would enter.
All right. I'll keep an eye out for that, and I have a meeting here in a few minutes, so we're gonna have to wrap it up here. And
Oh, Shane's here. I know you gotta
go.
Okay.
Arcade joining us on Twitter.
Yeah. What's up, Arcade? It's good to see you.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Hey, if you don't mind sharing that and just letting people know what we're doing, and because here's the thing, the more you share, the more it is more advantageous for us to really kind of, really do this. So
what I'll do is I'll watch this the next few minutes here, and if it comes to fruition as you say it's gonna, I'll record it and then I'll come back to it, and I'll use it on tomorrow or the next show we do as a lesson learned. Shane says, sorry, I was on the road. MAGA for Trump, Vice President Alfie. that would be his pet, of which I once again cannot remember if it is a dog or a cat.
Trump has a pet?
No, Shane has a pet.
Oh, gotcha. All right. I wonder if he does have a pet.
It's a cat. That's right. I don't know why I
Gotcha.
can't remember it. You only telling me 55 times.
Only 55. But who's counting? Yeah. Well, it looks like we're gonna go down here. So, if I was in,
that's out.
Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna go down and it's gonna come and tap that area over there. But the biggest key here is that you just don't jump in, because if you go trying to chase a trade, you're gonna hurt yourself there. So.
Yeah.
But it'll probably come down to that area, base a little. It should base, and then we'll see if we want to continue it. Based off the base.
Because it's all about the base.
Base about that base. No trouble. Yeah. So it's pretty nice though. One of the things about trading though is, and this is really key, is you want to make sure that you write down and that you have reasons why you get into a trade. It's so important why you're doing it, so that you can understand and you can learn. Because the more you learn, the better you get at trading. And the only way you're going to learn is understanding where you went wrong and what went right. And the way you track it is by writing it down.
Right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hit another sponsor note really quickly here. Yesterday, you watched the DYOR segment that was powered by Defi Dojo. If anyone, if you're a small group out there that needs a powerful set of AMAs from in Telegram, in X Spaces, and on YouTube, contact the group down below me here, Defi Dojo. In the body of wherever you're watching this is the links to Defi Dojo's Telegram, specifically JBee. And yesterday I tried to call him Enrion, but his name is Arion. Arion with an E. And those two can hook you up to get you a package on all of these platforms for a relatively good price. It's not the crazy Caesars money and that type of stuff. But they have good people. They ask good questions, and they have actual investors in their rooms, not pump and dumpers. And also, as part of it, right next to me here, you can see the Assure DeFi logo, and you can get a discounted KYC. Look at this. I'm like a NASCAR driver now, man. Over here, I got BidFi. Below me, I got the DeFi Dojo. Over here, I got Assure DeFi. I'm like, I'm going to start having one on my face here with new, not a tattoo, but they can put it anywhere now using the advanced computer graphics.
Yeah, need a sponsor shirt.
Yeah,
I do.
Yeah, we need to do stuff like that. That's right. Let's see. How do I?
We need to start carrying just shirts for ourselves, man.
I know.
So people can buy. Oh snaps!
Yep. Need a sponsor shirt and space here. Shane says Space Cat Galactic Hero. That's got to be a meme someday, right?
It shall be.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you hear that music, you know what it's time for. It's time for the end of the show. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I have a whole list of news things here that I just didn't get to. We'll get to it some other day. But just on a note, today, Pump.fun overtook the volume of Ethereum. There's more. These couple of kids from Hong Kong generated a site that brings more volume to Solana than the entire Ethereum chain does to itself. How about that?
That is nuts.
That is nuts. That is nuts. That's your little alpha for the end of the day. Let's see what else we got. Someone else also said the market's pricing in the Trump victory. So pay attention to NASDAQ set an all-time high yesterday. Because they're saying Trump's better for business than Biden. Not, the man or that kind of stuff, but just the reduced regulation, spend more money on business-oriented things. So that's a good thing.
Oh, there is, I guess Chuck just gave us Sol ETF project on Solana launching in 7 minutes. There you go. Alrighty, guys. Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you guys.
All right, everybody. Thanks once again, everybody, on behalf of Pedro Garcia, the crypto chart analyst, and myself. My name is Tom, otherwise known as Striking. So glad to have hosted another episode with my good buddy and co-host Pedro here on DYOR Live, here on the DYOR Media channel. So thanks to Stella, Dorian, and crew from BidFi for watching today, contributing, and to see some social media posts from them about us. Please share, like, reshare them, repost them, do everything you can. We got to get the word out about this. Have a great day. We will see you next week. Be there.